Hey guys, welcome to a new episode of Poor Man Pedals. Today we have our third sponsored video from the lovely people at Xvive. They were kind enough to send me the Duet Looper. You can check out the unboxing video elsewhere on my channel. I'll go ahead and put a link in the description below if you really want to see it. And so we're going to go ahead. I'm going to go through this pedal, and at the very end I'm going to give my final thoughts, some final thoughts on it after playing around with it for a bit. So real quick, it's a one button looper pedal. It's got a few different modes. Undo, redo, which is basically you just create one loop and you can overdub it a bunch of times, and then part way through, if during a looping you're having problems, you go ahead and just press the button the correct way, and it undoes what you just looped because you messed up or you didn't like it or whatever. It also has the verse chorus mode, which effectively lets you create two loops that you can switch between. One's and then so you have your verse loop and then your chorus loop. Yeah. Other than that, we'll go ahead put it in the demo. I have a few pedals in front of it. I'm not going to show you because of the way I have the camera set up, but basically I've got guitar going into the pedal tuner, into the Joyo Ultimate Drive, into the Xvive Max Verb, and then into the Duet Looper, just to we can get a few different sounds this way. Don't forget, follow us on Facebook for updates. You can follow us on Twitter as well, and then also please go support us on patreon.com/poormanpedals. Go ahead. $1 a month helps immensely. It helps us keep this channel running. It helps finance new pedals. It helps finance new gear for recording. If you guys are able to finance enough, it could potentially mean other gear such as guitars or amps that we can do. So without further ado, here we go. So there you go, real quick demo here of the looper. I did a more atmospheric feel and then a more just rhythm drive thing with doing my best to solo over them. As you guys may have become aware, I'm not the best at soloing. It's something I'm trying to work on more and more these days. So there's that. I'm gonna go ahead, switch over to verse and chorus, record a verse, record a chorus, and then yeah, just kind of go from there. So here we go. Let's see if I can do this correctly. I may have to pull out the instructions again. We'll see. So there you go. There's a look inside the Duet Looper. So basically, anytime it's blinking, like a really steady beat, excuse me. Anytime it's blinking like a steady beat, that means it's on. If it starts flashing really fast, that means either it's ready to go if you haven't recorded anything yet, or if you have recorded it, means I'm going to start as soon as the loop restarts. So you got to keep an eye on that for when you're overdubbing, or if you want to switch over between two loops like I did there with the verse and chorus. Red means the first track, blue means this has been recorded and I'm playing back. And then when you go to overdub, it'll turn purple to show, okay, we're recording and playing audio at the same time. Pretty self-explanatory there. So what do I think? Overall, it's a good pedal. I think it's not a perfect pedal by any means. It's really complicated. I had to keep referencing back to the instructions. just because it's a single button, and so you have short presses, you have long presses, and you have double taps, which you have to keep track of in your head. You're like, okay, double tap does this, a long tap does this, and then a short tap does that. And then it changes a little based on if you're in verse and chorus mode or undo redo. So it's not the most beginner-friendly pedal out there. I mean, it's the only looper pedal I've tried, but I'm pretty sure that there are some that are a bit more user-friendly out there. But they probably cost more, and they're not as small. I really like the size of this one. It's a micro pedal, so it fits really nice on a pedal board. Personally, I wouldn't use this at a gig, but I also personally probably wouldn't use a looper at a gig, just because of the way that I would want live band members there playing parts and all that. But if it's your thing where you need a looper pedal, if you can wrap your head around the what all the different presses mean in all the different modes, this could be a good starter pedal for you. So overall, I didn't have any problems really with the sound of it. It didn't seem to really muddy anything up, which is really good. It's got the level knob, so you can adjust how loud the replays are, which is nice. I really like the cartoon cassette tape that they have. I think that's great. And the color on it is amazing. I still don't know if it's coming through perfectly, how great of a color it is. That being said, it is complicated to use, and probably my biggest pet peeve is that the lights are always flashing. There's no on-off switch. So if you have it on your pedal board, either you've got to have it get no power, or you just got to get used to flashing lights at you. That's just the way this pedal runs. If I could make a suggestion to Xvive, I would recommend just having an on-off switch, or button, or have it be like you do some pressing configuration of the button to turn off the pedal entirely, because that gets distracting to me. But overall, it is a really good pedal. I really like it. It's sturdy, it's well built, and honestly, it's helped me write some new stuff. I once heard that it's a good pedal. It's something along the lines of, it's a good pedal if it inspires you. If it doesn't inspire you, it's not a good pedal. It's not a good piece of gear. I've heard this applied to basically gear in general. So basically, I like this. It's inspired me. Because I've been able to sit down and play some rhythm tracks and then have it play back, and I can sit there and I can go, okay, what would a lead part sound like over this? Or what kind of sounds would I want on top of this? So overall, I think it's great. It's not perfect. It does have problems that, as I've already mentioned. But overall, I think it's a great pedal. If you're looking for a cheap looper pedal, this would be a great option, I think, for you. So there you go. There are my thoughts. Don't forget, like, subscribe the video. Let me know what you want to see. I'm going to try to bust out some more non-sponsored videos as well. Life's just been really crazy, so I apologize for that. And yeah, don't forget, patreon.com/poormanpedals. Go and support us there. $1 a month is all we need from each of you, and we could do amazing things with that. So until next time, Poor Man Pedals is out.